So we now head to our 14th and final race of the day. Let's have a look at the starting grid for Senior Road Tax Heat B versus D. So Luca Lystra, who's had 2 wins along with Sean Butcher today, he starts from pole position. And alongside him will be Max Stemerdink. Lachlan Robinson, it's been a solid day for the UAE driver. A third and a second, or second and a third here this weekend so far. Starts from P3, alongside will be Milan Koppens. Artur Horsch and Dylan LaHaye, row 3. Sam Bergstein and Jori Schoens, row 4. Row 5 and completing the top 10. Nick Koppens and Yashram Jankan, ahead of Christian de Klein and Erhard Turker, who complete the top 6 rows. And Gilles Chloé and Beer Dorrestein, they complete row 7. Row 8, it's Kevin Kremers and Sam van Diel making it an all-Dutch row there. With Laura Zanen from Belgium, the Netherlands, Remco Baan, and Dutch driver Teun Schmidt rounding out the 19 strong. So, one final race to close out the action here today on the first day of competition for the second round of the BNL Karting Series for 2021 here at Mariembourg. So it's all dependent. Will we see 3 from 3 for Luca Lystra? Now the thing is, it could have been 3 for 3 for Sean Butcher, had Butcher not had a throttle cable problem in the first heat. However, that is now by the wayside. Sean Butcher's now got the job done. He's got 2 victories. That's really helped his campaign. However, the 19 drivers go into the chicane. We have one more race. Quick fire, 7 minutes plus an additional lap. Into the tram lines we go. Revs rise. Are we ready? Are we steady? Lights are out. We're off and racing, and it's a good start from Lystra and Robinson. Robinson past Stemerdink up into P2 as there's a little bit of jostling behind. Oh, Dylan LaHaye runs wide. He went into the back possibly of Artur Horsch going into turn 2 for the first time of asking. So the 2019 champion already having a bit of a scare, and that could have been a little bit worse than that if he'd gone any further off of turn 2 if he tried. But the thing is that now the top 3 trying to start making a bit of a breakaway, but with the likes of Milan Koppens, Artur Horsch and Dylan LaHaye, you're not going to have much of an opportunity. But Dylan LaHaye finds himself down towards the bottom part of the top 10, if not 10th position by my reckoning there. But it's about keeping things consistent. Lystra looks over his right shoulder to see where Lachlan Robinson is, and the Dubai-based driver, 17 years of age, has been competing a lot over in continental Europe, and now he sees an opportunity to go. He was going towards the outside of Lystra. Oh, and Lystra squeezes him going into turn 2. Robinson got a real good turn of momentum. He literally went towards the outside of turn 1. And that gave him an opportunity, as now Robinson's going for the lead, and he's got there before they've even hit turn 4. Robinson, that was a hell of a manoeuvre. He's gone off the track. Lystra's off the track. Oh, my goodness me. The final race of the evening. Oh, well, I mean, Robinson went for the outside move. He got the... I'm not too sure what happened there, but there might have been a slight clash. But Robinson, he's gotten away with that one pretty convincingly because he's still in second. But what that has meant is that Max Stemerdink now finds himself in first place. Milan Koppens in third. And Luca Lystra will have tumbled quite a bit down the order as a result of that incident. Now, I didn't quite see exactly what happened. I'll have to have a look back a little bit later on tonight, just to keep my... I need to keep my heart away from my mouth at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, Luca Lystra drops down to 14th position. Robinson has gotten away with that one in terms of actually losing only 1 position. He was in the lead, and Stemerdink just got past the pair of them. Christian de Klein has just got past, I think, Sam Bergstein, and that's for 4th place. That's an audacious move from the youngster on the CRG chassis, as we have got yellow flags. Yellow flags are out towards the final sector of the circuit, so no overtaking permitted, and there's 3 carts involved. So LaHaye, Kremers and Zanen, I believe. Oh my goodness. So that has changed dynamically what has happened for Dylan LaHaye. And they are out on the spot. So they must have had a bit of a coming together. Unfortunately, didn't really see that in that respect, but that is a real shame for that trio there. Turnschmidt is the last of the 16 drivers that are now still circulating. So whilst the clean-up operation happens over there, that's the roundabout from turn 8 onwards. So that's a real shame. That's 2 GKS karts out of the race on the spot after just a couple of laps as Christian de Klein comes under fire. And that's from Arthur Horsch, and Horsch up the inside. Here comes Erhard Turker, the young Turkish driver who's been in senior road tax for a few years. He's trying to fancy an opportunity at getting past Christian de Klein at the earliest possible chance that he can. And that is for a little bit, well, I mean, to be completely honest with you, Max Stemmerdink leads. Lachlan Robinson is in second. Here comes Erhard Turker up the inside of Christian de Klein. That is for 5th on the road, and Erhard Turker had actually gotten ahead and broken the timing beam before the 399 did so. Luca Leistra now making his resurgence through the field. I'm not too sure how much he's going to be able to do in the next few moments, which is just under 3 minutes plus an additional lap. But Leistra now up into 11th position. This is going to hurt him with what happened there, because Leistra tried to squeeze Robinson earlier on in the race, and then Robinson decided to go for broke and go round the outside on turn 4, and it caught Leistra out more than Robinson. So Robinson decided to go for it. He went, you know what? I've got an opportunity to win a race here in the BNL karting series. Now's my chance. So he went for the opportunity. It didn't quite pay off, but he's still in second. So we've got just 2.25 minutes still to go, and Nick Cuppins has set the fastest lap of the race. Lachlan Robinson has gone 0.2 quicker than Max Stemmerdink. Nick Cuppins with a 55.559 second lap time. Luca Leistra now is up into the top 10 and has just got past Gilles Clouet. Yashiram Jankan now up into 8th place and is trying to close in a gap which is about nearly 0.6 of a second to Nick Cuppins in 7th. But I'm very interested to see how much closer. Oh, I've just seen through my line of sight Max Stemmerdink and Lachlan Robinson go through. And it's getting rather close indeed, because now the gap was just under a fraction under 0.6. Robinson's probably got that down to probably about 4 as they come across the line. Gap now 0.4 of a second, and Robinson goes in and puts a 55.09. Leistra now in 10th has put in the fastest lap of anybody, a 55.413, as Robinson senses an opportunity to get past Max Stemmerdink. And he's got 60 seconds plus an additional lap to do so. So that, to me, says that there is pace to come from Robinson. And Stemmerdink has to watch his back bumper rather intently. Because if Robinson can throw moves around the outside of Luca Leistra like he did through turn 4, imagine what he can do with regards to trying to get past Max Stemmerdink. So next time around, we're going to go on to the penultimate lap of this race. 7 laps now in the books. On to lap 8 we go. And Stemmerdink and Robinson, 0.26 is the gap between them. Robinson puts in a 54.241. Leistra is not getting any higher than 10th at the moment, and he's still put in the fastest lap, a 55.315. But Robinson's lap last time around, 0.14 quicker than Max Stemmerdink. So Stemmerdink now knows that he's in the firing line, but time is not on Robinson's side to go for the victory. The timer has struck 0. We've got this plus the 9th and final lap to go. And if Robinson wants to go for that victory, he's got to go for broke, and he is close. He is within striking distance of Max Stemmerdink. Milan Coppens has got Artur Horsch and Erhard Turker behind. Keep your eyes out for Nick Cuppins. Nick Cuppins won't have anything to say in the battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. But on to the final lap we go. Gap looks to be very similar. Robinson got it down by about 30 thousandths there. Through turn 1, now into 2. Robinson is closing. Tighter apex from the 316 through turn 2. Into turn 3. Nice and tightly negotiated by Robinson, but Stemmerdink is holding on. If Robinson wants to try and do something, he's got to look at turn 6, into 5. Now they're going to go into the hairpin. Robinson not not close enough, and I think he's going to have to settle for second. But he's wrestling with that cart. He's absolutely pushing it, and he's trying to put the frighteners on Stemmerdink in the dying seconds of this race. And if he's going to do something, it's got to be at the penultimate right-hander on the circuit, because he is close. Stemmerdink could hold on for a first victory this season, and he looks to do so. But out of the final chicane they come. It is going to be Max Stemmerdink from JJ Racing that wins, and it's a second place finish for Lachlan Robinson, who was placed nowhere outside of the top three here today. He was third in his group in qualifying, and he's just put in another second place performance. Milan Coppens takes P3, Ehad Turka in fourth, Artur Hosch in fifth, Nick Coppens in sixth, Christian de Klein in seventh, Yashram Jankan in eighth, Sam Bergstein, Luca Lystra, Gilles Chloé, Beard Dorrestein, Jori Schoens, Sem Van Til, Remco Bahn, and Tern Schmidt being the last of the 16 classified finishers, with unfortunately Dylan LaHaye, Kevin Kremers and Lars Zanen eliminated on lap number 2 after LaHaye's initial incident on turn 2 on lap 2 caused the Belgian, the 2019 champion, major problems.